are already live. Hello, everyone. Um, Let me pull this down here.
Hello, Starshine. No.
um,
Bye, Moon Man.
I hope everyone's doing well. Um, Not going to really introduce the players because everyone knows that each other. But quick side note. If I didn't bring it up last session, because I believe it was our last. Actually, no. Actually, it wasn't our last session because I was tired last session, so I decided to cancel it. Um, we lost one of our players today, or last
Yeah.
week, because they had their own issues. So for now, we're down to just 5 players. In the near future, we might get a 6th, and I'll just do an introduction. But anywho, I will quickly start on up my things. And let's all start.
Yay!
So, who wants to tell us what happened last section? You know what I mean. Last session.
We did a little bit of dungeon delving, found a dragon, I suppose being kept in some sort of bandit hideout. Um, we freed said dragon, hit up the barkeep who had pointed us in that direction to begin with, and he recommended we talk to the local leadership, government people.
Alrighty then.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I believe you are correct. And with that, let's all just hop right on in. So, you all have gotten invitations to meet with the local leader. Nothing's really known about him. But luckily, the satyr who owns the bar had fortunately had given you all a map of the town. And he suggested all of you to head up towards this building right here.
Okay, where's the bar?
The bar should be roughly around here.
Oh,
Because you
okay, in
guys
the dock
should,
quarter.
yeah, because you guys entered in roughly around here. So,
Is there a specific deadline? Like, is the local leader invited us up to that same day or on a specific day, specific time?
specific, he expects you to either come the day of or within the week. So basically,
Okay.
the time that you arrived back into the tavern to a week from it, then. So,
Okay. So we would feasibly have time to maybe move around, get a feel for the town, maybe listen to. Okay, so maybe I'll phrase it this way. Cassia would have time to kind of move around, maybe start to ingratiate herself in some of the upper society and see what she can learn about the local leadership.
Mm-hmm. And you can also learn about, if you, with that money that you all got, we can venture around, try to purchase some goods.
Okay. Yeah, I think if the rest of the group doesn't feel prepared to go up just yet, I mean, she would go along with them if they wanted to go right away, but otherwise she would be inclined to maybe use some of her use her influence and to get in contact with some of the local aristocrats, local knights like herself, and just see what she can learn about the leader.
Alrighty.
So how would everybody else's characters feel?
I think Kira would be ready to go right away.
Yeah, Braxis as well. If people are going to be delaying to Hobnob, he's just going to be chilling around the docks, helping out the sailors.
All
I'm
right.
indecisive myself.
It's all really up to you guys. So, seems like 2 out of the 5 of you want to head on up. One of you wants to venture around.
Sarah, what do you think?
I want to adventure.
Go today?
Yes.
All
Okay.
right. So,
Okay, cool with me.
with that 3 to 2 vote, you all decide to head on up. Luckily enough, you were there was a guard uh, escort.
Expecting.
Yeah, yeah, the guards were expecting you and also were helping travel with you up to the guard where your the person who invited you. And they all brought you to sort of a makeshift uh, side room. And you're currently waiting there for roughly 45 minutes before the same guards come on back.
I want to whisper to Cassia. Do you know how to? How do one speak to a leader? I'm not really sure.
Cassia whispering back, "Well, my dear, it in part depends on local customs, what sort of leadership they have in place. But as a general rule, I would suggest that we speak when spoken to."
Oh, I'm not really
Yeah.
bad.
Well, then perhaps as long as you do not interrupt them, as long as we do not interrupt them while they are speaking, that is at least some modicum of respect.
Okay, I'll try my best.
And with that,
That is perhaps the best we can hope for.
Mm,
And Cassia would give him a little smile.
okay. Yeah, she just nods with big eyes, and she's a little bit frightened because she knows herself.
and with that, the door is right in front of you. Open right up, and inside You see what would normally be a ruler's, like a captain sort of room, but more regal. And obviously with a lot more stuff in it. And behind the main desk, which is all right in front of you, sits a warforged and really regal, like red regal outfit. And he just stares at all 5 of you for a good 5 minutes.
Abrax is just staring back.
Zero go and say hi.
Hello.
Cassio would have probably, as soon as they walked in, would have bowed, given something of a profound bow from the waist, saying, "My lord, we have come as you have invited."
Kira just copies the bow from Cassia and almost stumbles on the ground.
There is no need for you to do that. I appreciate all of you coming with quite efficiency. And I do appreciate all of you helping out with my friend's situation. Now, I would like to ask all of you for a sort of personal request. You see, those people that you captured were a part of a thieves guild that is known as the Ox on Moor. My people, alongside several other leaders around this island and others, have been dealing with these people for the past month. You don't really know that much about them, other than they cannot be trusted. In addition, all I know is that they are trying to bring back one of the old evils of Faerun in physical form. By any means necessary.
Braxis will just scoff and ask in common, which one?
It is Tyraxthura. Tyranthrahraxus. The old flamed one. You see, I don't want them to be brought back.
Of course, you don't want them to be brought back. I mean, who would bring something evil back? That's just stupid. And no, Kira puts her hand over her mouth because yeah, she couldn't keep quiet.
If I may ask, I take it that you wish for us to assist you in dealing with this threat. Is there any information you have regarding a base of operations for this Oxon Moor? Or if there's anyone on the island, such as the nobility, any aristocrats, merchants, whom you may know to be involved with them?
I cannot say for certain. They can be anyone, and they could be anywhere.
Mm.
And he pulls out.
Will,
Yes? Go on.
will Zero know something about that? He's a thief.
No? You can
Okay.
definitely roll for history if you want to.
Uh,
Brax is going to just mutter over to Cassia and Infernal. We did find those vampire costumes in their employ. Perhaps that could be a lead.
Oh yeah, Kira is still wearing one of those, by the way. It's far too big for her.
And Cassia would reply back in Infernal to Abraxas. That is an excellent point. If nothing else, we can certainly start by reinvestigating those hallways where we found that dragon. See if we can find any further leads.
Alright, for that 6 that you rolled, you only know what you remember from the place, the old yard area that you were just at.
Okay.
And there's really nothing else that you can tell. You might have heard about them in some of the places that you've been at, but you honestly did not pay attention.
Okay.
But
He
yeah,
got distracted with shiny things.
but the Morforge did bring out a map. Actually, the map is right below all of you, and it's starting to glow with places. If you zoom on out from the map that you are at, this location, here, 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 and here, here, and the whole island right up here.
What are these locations again?
Those are all the known places that they have attacked.
Okay.
Cheers, mate!
Okay, so that was Bogasheim, the Iron Cape,
Yeah.
Caer, Cal. Wait, what was it?
The Caer Westfall.
Caer Westfall. Caer Westfall. Okay, the whole Isle of Norheim.
Yeah, the Norheim Isles.
Okay.
Looks like we have a sailing to do.
Well, I would assume maybe one of your best places to start would be either the Iron Keep or one of the other capitals on one of the other islands. Because I would assume that one of the leaders there would be of some assistance. And the map that you all should have, which is basically this one, you see a circle shit appear around the Westfell. The current city that you're all in. There. And let's see, where is the others? Do you guys see any more of this SARS? Because those locations also appear on your maps.
Think Narhelm up in Alaron would be one.
There's one in Moray.
Alright, you all will circle them. And as I remember exactly as I look them up, oh, there we go. I will circle that one for you. Yep, okay. So yeah,
Spirit.
all those locations. And I'm sure that once you meet the other leaders, they will suggest other locations for you to investigate. However, as appreciation for helping deal with the bandits that you found, I would like to give all of you one free passage to any one of these locations, as well as, let's say, 25 gold pieces each.
Money.
So feel free, before you leave, to look around the city. Because I'm sure there might be some items that you might need. And going back to the map that you all received, there's a whole lot of good places to look inside the market area and any of the shops in the castle quarters.
I do have one question for you.
Yes, go on ahead.
What makes us the best suited crew for a mission such as this?
Well, frankly, you're the only people who might even have a chance. I don't trust my advisors nor anyone else to don this task. And since you all are fresh bloods, and clearly you have some sort of knack of making their plans go a little haywire, might be a good chance to hire you all on to check in with the other leaders.
I'll buy it for now.
Well, if you're looking to hire us on, then perhaps I may ask another question. What's in it for us?
Well, if you do this task for me, and he slides over a piece of parchment, this will be all yours.
Cassio would take the piece of parchment to read it. What's it say?
It lists off the deeds to both a medium-sized ship as well as a sort of relatively big tavern. And you see the name on the deed to be handed on over to as Sir R. Abut.
Well, a vessel of our own certainly could come in handy.
But only if you do this task for me.
Of course.
And you see,
You wouldn't mind if I got that in writing, would you?
and you see that he snaps his fingers, and a quill floats on up, and it rushes on over, and you see the signature floating right on the page. And then you see a stamp.
Well, that's one way to do it.
I'll take it. And Cassia would, if she's allowed, take the same quill, dip it in ink, and sign her own name.
And you, of course, you do. And the pen goes on back, flies on back. After you have done this for me, the tavern will be all set up. And no matter what sort of shop you want to run, or even if you don't want to have it as a shop, feel free to come on back. Oh, before you go, he tosses up a small little sphere. And you see that little wings starting to flap outside of it. And it starts to float around all of you, sort of eyeballing you. I hope you don't mind taking this little passenger with you. Just as some sort of insurance policy.
Quite understandable.
Okay, Kira starts to chase after it. It's a floating sphere, like, yeah, that's huntable.
Alrighty. So as you run around, it flies right on up and flies right into one of your side pockets. No, Sir our robot says, "Please be on your merry way, and make sure if you want to check any of these shops. I don't want any of you to not be able to get what you need." Before you leave.
With the 25 gold provided.
Yeah, all of you have an additional 25 gold in your pocket.
Mm.
And so I don't forget, two of you already know my system of this, but the rest of you, your gold is sort of managed in sort of a magic. It's like a magic credit card. In a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic debit card. Where you have a magic side bag, free of charge. No, you don't have to worry. Where you can just reach on in and grab as much coins as possible. But it's only the amount that you have with you. So you can't, obviously reach in and grab a million platinum. It's whatever you put in there.
So it's more like a debit card.
Yeah, like literally like a debit card.
Yeah.
Just a question. We also had like some reward from the satyr, right? Because I don't think I put it on my sheet. How much was that?
You should have gotten 25 from the satire and 25 from the
Okay.
warforged. So you
Okay.
should all have about 50.
Okay, thank you.
And Abraxas,
Yes.
you find that there is a small little shop that sells all sorts of weapons and armor. And you are able to pick up a whip. So please take that money off and add it on in.
Yep, which is only 2 gold.
Anyone else want to try to purchase?
Hmm.
Mm.
And
I can't think of
he's
anything
most
I'd like
definitely
to buy at
eyeing
this
the
juncture.
medium armor, but he's not rich enough.
Oh yeah, before I forget, if you want to become proficient with something, and there's no other tutor or anything, you can feel free. If it's a language book, it's 10 gold pieces, and you can read it for downtime for 2 weeks, and you can learn a language after that. If you want to learn weaponry, that it's 25 gold pieces per book, per weapon. I mean, and it's the same sort of time. And if it's armor, then good luck. You need it'll be 50, and you have to train for however long. I say because I'm the DM.
Mm.
I'm gonna dump my 50 gold into a medium armor course book.
All right. So if you train with the medium armor, it would be 2 weeks, same as always. If it's light armor, then it's 1 week, and if it's heavy armor, then it's 4 weeks.
And this is consecutive or cumulative?
Cumulative. So
Okay.
that's whenever you have downtime and you want to do it, then
Yeah.
you can do it.
Does time traveling count towards that?
Depends on what it is.
Okay.
And oh yeah, tools are the same as weapons. Same goal, same time.
I would like to purchase a short bow.
Short bow. Okay. So you also went to the same exact shop. And you also are able to purchase a short bow.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
You go to the exact same shop as Abraxas, and you are able to purchase a short bow.
Okay. Do I just like not normal coast, which I find like I have a list on D&D Beyond here. 25 gold pieces. Is that all right?
Uh, yeah, you should have 50 plus your starting gold, and then you just subtract how much the short bow cost from that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think finally Cassia would probably start practicing with a calligrapher's kit.
Alrighty.
So she'll also buy calligraphy. She'll buy a calligrapher's kit, excuse me,
Alrighty
and
then.
begin practicing with that. So
Alrighty.
that'd be.
Remember, it's two different things. If you want to train in calligraphy, you have to purchase a book. And if you want to get the calligraphy, you have to purchase the kit.
Yeah. Yep. That's what she's. I'm saying that I'm buying the kit for her, and then she's also going to get the book to begin training.
All right. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. There we go. And there we go. Yeah. So.
Alrighty, and if I may, Braxis will also spend some money to get himself an alchemist's kit,
Alrighty then.
because having a mobile laboratory to make something like, say, potions of healing, would that not be useful?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You are not allowed to die. Stop that.
Yeah.
And with that, you all can head on out if you want.
Yeah, I imagine Cassia would, thank the Warforged and looking to the others, well, shall we head on out? Head back to the tavern at least to decide where we want to start?
I'd like to spend at least the remainder of the day in the city. After all, we did just get here.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so is there anything specific you are looking for?
No.
Alright.
Because I am fairly baseline a traveling entertainer. So I think I'm pretty much just moving between quarters, looking around, being a little bit of a tourist, but also playing music now and again.
Alrighty. Can you roll me a performance check quickly?
absolutely.
14? Okay. So as you sort of strum your way down each quarter, seeing what each one offers, you see, you get some coinage tossed towards you, and during your whole travel, roughly get 2 gold pieces and 5, whatever the lower one is below that.
Silver.
Yeah,
Or
silver.
do we have Electrum?
Yeah, 3 electrum and 2 gold pieces.
Cool. Take it.
And as you sort of take a tour, you notice that mainly in the forest quarter, it's more of the wood crafting, uh, wild, uh, like more of the potions, plants, logging, all that is in the forest quarter. The lower quarters is obviously for more of the lower class people. The garden, obviously, it has gardens in it. Um, Wolf quarters, if any of you want to purchase a animal companion. Uh, Plains quarters, sort of a mixture of stuff. Uh, Armor, like lower regular armor stuff. Taverns, and on the deed that you all received, if you complete the mission, your tavern will be right here. This little section right there.
Okay. What kind of market is the lower market? Like,
Uh,
what's that like?
it's just uh really really basic stuff like normal potions, like cheap stuff. Small girls selling flowers, all that stuff.
Okay. I'm going to buy some flowers and perform in the area for a while.
Okay, so do me another performance check, please. 19. So with that 19, you sort of do a really, really interesting performance. And a group of people have started to come and watch. Like a good noticeable chunk of people are coming and watching, and they're tossing gold, some electrum, and depending on how long you want to go, I can tell you roughly how much you will get. And is there any reason why you're performing in the lower quarters, or you just want to do that because it's for fun?
Um, it's fun. I think I've seen in my travels, I have seen plenty of artists hanging out in the more like the more economical parts of towns. Um, and given my belief that art can be made and experienced by anyone, I try to participate in expanding that sphere of influence into the lower income communities.
Alrighty. So, depending on how far you go, you get an equivalent of 5 gold pieces.
Okay, I probably spend about an hour and a half in the area playing on
Yeah.
and off.
So, so that I would say that's roughly what you'll get, an equivalent of 5 gold pieces. And you
Okay.
can, with like any sort of banking system, like you can just put it in and it just outputs 5,
Yeah.
like 1 cent 10 cents equals you know what I mean.
Yeah. How much were the flowers I bought?
The flowers were in total from what you purchased, 1 gold piece.
Okay. I think I'll probably head back up to the tavern after my day of out in the town.
Alrighty.
So it seems to be where we know to go to.
Alrighty.
Zero. Se-
Kira, Kira would. I would like to find out any interesting historical facts about the city. Probably just annoying citizens until she finds someone who tells her something. Who tells her something.
Alrighty. So, as you sort of travel around, you are able to learn quite a number of things. Namely, you learn that the city is a few hundred years old. And it's used to be mainly humans and really no other diversity. But in recent years, mainly the past 25 or so, there has been sort of a boom in diversity. Mainly an increase of people from the Fae rune. So mainly like centaurs, uh, satyrs, in addition to warforges and goblins and dwarves. Those are the main sort of races that have came on
Okay.
in recent years.
Do I find out why?
It's
Any particular reason?
well, there's been multiple reasons for people, these races to be coming on in. Some due to their towns being burnt down by dragons. Others due to economic situations. Some that just simply want to get a new fresh on life and don't want to be in the Swords Coast or in mainland anymore. But the majority of them have been wanting to sort of have that, fresh start on life. And from what you can tell, there has been a sort of, a cohabitation between all these races. And it's like there has been an increased boon in economics after these people came.
I can't hear you anymore if you're saying anything.
That was it. Mainly, it was
Okay,
just people
alright.
coming on in, and there has been an increase in people who want to have a new aspect of life.
Okay, interesting.
Zero could go and search for some alchemy books.
Alrighty.
Learn alchemy.
As you search around, you do find that there is currently about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shops. One in each quarter. That sort of sells a different variety of books that deal with aspects of what their name is. So, for example, forest quarter is more of like poison and stuff. The docks are more of like the breathing underwater. Castle is more of the speaking potions. The wolf quarters is more of that stuff, like dealing with animals. Garden is more of like increasing your mana, and the lower quarter is more like mm, the weird stuff. And the plains is it's sort of the same. Is there any specific books that you're looking for?
Yes, for some mm, Garden Quarter sería. Is will be some mana healing and that.
All right. So as you look around, you're able to find like about 10 books that might be of use. And each sort of adding up to about 15 gold pieces.
Um,
Albeit there are sort of variants of languages, so only about half of them you can honestly read. So that
uh,
would be
okay,
like five gold pieces for all of them. 1 gold piece per each.
I will take them.
All right.
And can also look for some herbalist books, like for uh, food in the forest, like mushrooms and things like that.
Uh, so as you sort of look around, you do find that there is not a whole lot of books about Marses and stuff. Or at
Okay.
least the stuff that you're looking for specifically.
Mm, have low quarter.
Can you repeat that for me?
What type of books, weird things do low quarter have?
Oh, those types of books are sort of uh, like language books mainly. Like teach your
Mm,
kid how to speak Goblin, that sort of stuff.
oh, okay. Mm. Can I go now to the botanical garden and look for ingredients?
Okay, so you head
Like
on over and roll me an investigation, please.
investigation. But that intimidation, sorry.
So 6. You're able to find some of
No,
the.
that was intimidation. I
Oh
messed
yeah,
up.
intimidation. You intimidated the plants.
Oh!
All right.
He did throw a 19.
Okay, so 19. You're able to find some ingredients to make about 3 to 4 uh, basic healing potions.
Nice. I will. I don't know. Can I go back and buy a alchemy kit? Alchemy kit?
Uh, not right now.
Okay.
However,
Go pero forgot that he cannot do alchemy with that
Yeah.
instrument.
Yes. So,
So he will go back to tavern
all right.
with the ingredient.
Alrighty. So, you do that. You're able to find some stuff for that. And with that, you all hear roughly the rings of the 8 p.m. Bells. And you all sort of, I would assume that all of you sort of agreed on a place to meet on up.
Do we just want to go back to the tavern?
Yeah, I think that's where Cassia would have gone.
Mm-hmm.
That tavern where they first met, unless they agreed on meeting elsewhere.
Yeah, Broxus would want to stay near the sea after his own somewhat meager shopping was done.
Yeah, the tavern.
Tavern, yep.
Yeah, and actually, Cassia probably, whilst everyone else was going out and about exploring, she probably would have gone back and written a few letters, notes introducing herself to some of the local probably minor aristocracy and knights, sending her one of her retainers to deliver them.
Alrighty. So, you're able to do all that. You're able to send them off. And, yeah, all of you sort of meet on back up at the tavern. And by the time you all get back, there has been sort of, some changes, less people there. And, you see the satyr there, sort of standing behind the bar. It's like, oh, come here. I want to, give you a little bit of news from what I heard from a mutual friend.
And who, if I may ask, is this mutual friend of ours? I'm somewhat surprised given how recently we all arrived.
You know, the man who literally gave you your guys' mission. The Warforged.
Well, I don't know if I would quite call him a friend, perhaps more an employer, but I believe the saying is tomato, tomato.
He's our friend already. That's great. I'm really glad.
And so, I just want to give you all a sort of update. Your ship that was promised should be right outside in the docks. The one is that it's part of the deal. And he should be able to send some men, some temporary men, to help you on your way. Since, obviously, by this time you all are less for cash.
I take it you mean the vessel that will be taking us to the first location?
Yes.
Or is this also the same vessel that is a part of the deal? That's the vessel which will be given to us?
Well, actually, both.
Ah, wonderful. So we can get a sense of how well it sails.
Yes. But if you decide to take your ship now, by the time you arrive at your first location, most likely they have to head on back directly here. So that would mean all of you have to sort of manage on your own.
Finding our own way back.
Yes.
Yes.
Not a problem at all. Well, except for you wingless folks.
I'm sure I can find some means of transportation.
Alrighty then.
And I would be happy to do what I can to find transportation for the rest of you.
Alright.
Nice, thank you.
So you all should be able to head out anytime you wish. And you feel free to stay here for the night if you so please. I still owe you for helping out with that situation.
I think that'd be wise.
Yeah, I mean it's in the evening right now.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes,
So-
good night's sleep and perhaps some food.
Right, certainly. And he sort of whips up a good sort of meals, warm, able to fill your bellies for the rest of the night, and sort of part way through the next morning. And it's free of charge. And you all are able to sort of get your things together.
Well, I imagine probably before the end of the night while they're eating, Cassia would invite everyone who's interested to sit with her and her retainers, find a table, and then say to them, well, if we are going to be working together, perhaps it would not be remiss to get to know one another, at least by name. And I'll... Sarah, well, pleasure to meet you. My name is Cassia Flavia. I am a knight of Waterdeep.
Oye, that.
I've probably taken a seat next to Sarah and introduced myself as Valeris.
A pleasure.
I nod and get into my food.
Oh! Are we doing small talk right now and introduction stuff?
Yes.
That's perfect. I'm Kira. I'm Kira Brightleaf. I'm with the Order of Amaranth, and I'm really glad to be to go on an adventure with you guys. I think this will really be fun.
Abraxas, Salshun, Sailor, and Hunter.
Well, it would seem we certainly have a disparate group, each of us with our own specialities.
I'm really good with old stones and ruins. Do you think we'll find many ruins where we go?
Well, I would think, given the situation with this Thieves Guild, that could be on the table. They're hiding somewhere on these islands. We're better to hide than where no one else is.
Awesome. I
Yes, like in the night.
love old stones.
And with that, y'all are sort of introduced to each other. So, what's your guys' plan of action now? Because you guys sort of introduced each other. And now you all sort of, kind of have a plan now.
And probably Cassia would want to figure out, maybe leaving it up to the others where they would like to start. their mission.
Let's head on back to that overworld map. 'Cause I'm sure that you all sort of have that laying right out in front of you all.
Moray.
So I heard a moray.
I mean, where we are now.
You all are right up here.
Oh, yes.
I should make a little icon for you guys.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yep, around Caer, Callidyrr.
Right there.
I think that the shortest route right now would be down to Caer Westfall. Or am I mistaken?
By the way, it's gonna be a hell of a sail.